Okay, so today I swept this out really good and kind of rearranged the things so that they'd be a little neater. For some reason or another, my puppy likes it out here. This door right here, it doesn't stay shut. It'll stay shut, but it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, latch. So if he even bumps it, if he decides to lay the door in the back of him, bumps it, it swings wide open. So anyways, like I said, this is the spot he's kind of taken to. He's on the front porch right now. But I cleaned this space out really good. It just had a lot of dirt and spider webs in it. That's nothing but 2 purses, blow dryer, hot comb, and pads. The Clorox cleaner that came today. All this stuff came today, mostly with the Walmart order. So I found out today that at some point or another, you know, I don't know what happened to this guy, but I do know that when it comes to keeping house, something bad happened. Where's his bowls? His dog. Oh, I put it on the porch when I cleaned this out. So my things are in here. The only thing that enters, those socks. The reason they're down there is because they have his semen on them. But anyways, the only thing that enters, what was I about to say? The only other thing I put in here is my shower bag. You're going to see that in a moment. Now this, like I said, that came today with the Walmart order. This is miscellaneous stuff. That's my wig, my puppy's collar. Those thick socks, they made look horrible right away. Some sleep aid. It's nothing here. You get what I'm saying? That's a bag of his mail that he asked me to sort out, so I'm going to go through it at some point today. That's the chicken that came today with my Walmart order. I had some excess water on my brown rice, so I have it positioned that way to see it, so it's draining out. This is the trash, the stove that needs to be cleaned really bad. He keeps dishes in here. It's almost like he's supporting parallel reality type stuff, because he keeps dishes that has water in him. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose. So he'll put just a little bit of water in a couple of dishes and then just a little bit of oil. These are my things I took out the refrigerator right before I decided to make this video. Is bones. This came from this today. And there's only 2 left from what he didn't eat right away, or what I wouldn't allow him to eat. I'm trying to break that habit of giving him everything right up front. This is bacon. I made breakfast a few hours ago. These are Ziploc bags, some butter, and this is the chicken noodle soup that I made. Don't it look delicious? I can't wait to have some. I took that chicken out the fridge so I can clean it, season it, and separate it. This is a bag of trash that needs to go out. That's from the chicken that I made. I did chicken string beans and 2 types of chicken. So the chicken noodle soup and then the chicken on top of the stove because the oven doesn't work. And string beans. This light. Okay, so for 3-4 days now, I've been like meaning to get a light. And when I go to the Dollar Tree, they make sure I don't get a light for this refrigerator. I think it's how he's keeping the roaches away. So I've spotted 1 roach since I've been here in the bathroom. Okay. But today I seen all these telltale signs that he had a bug issue on top of a couple roaches in the ice. Okay, roaches in the y'all. And he's 61 years old. He's from Colombia. Bilingual, Spanish and English. But and his whole thing, how he's painting himself to me, is that he's like just trying to get closer to God, you know. And he was open about him having some financial issues, but that's after I admitted mine to him and told him I'd pay him to just rent me a room. That was day 1. So day 2 or 3, he started, you know what I'm saying. Now it's something that he keeps bringing up. He's been doing certain things to support that I'm a move that I'm not. You know how they do. But this, and I was, you know, as I was cleaning today, that room in there, I wish I would have had a before picture, okay, because that's not how it was. You know, I did that. I made it, you know, where it's okay enough for me and my puppy to live. Okay. We were supposed to do that. We were supposed to come together, but he took off to work on Monday. He does construction, and I really think he might be an illegal alien because something's not adding up. He asked me to read over card anyway, just all that other stuff. Sunday he said, yeah, well, tomorrow we will clean the room out together. And when he came in, it was finished, and he didn't say anything about it. He hasn't mentioned the room at all. But that's the same for anything that I do. He doesn't mention it. So back to this, those are my containers. I think he keeps that light out to support a lie about the space, the house being unoccupied, and that's how he keeps his bugs away. The crazy, most worst part is in my heart of all hearts. You know, he gave me a fruit drink. He said that he makes a fruit drink every morning. He says he has it every morning because it helps him flush out the toxins. You know, makes him, you know, the bile or whatever. And one morning he made me one. And when he gave it to me, it was warm. And I said, it's warm, like a warm fruit drink. Like he didn't put any ice in it. And he said, yeah, I like them warm. So he's just running them in a blender and the stuff comes out warm. And let me back up a little bit. This is the same guy that said cleanliness is best godliness. And he wants to pry me. He's not who he say he is. He's not who he thinks he is. And that's why when he sees who I am, he won't acknowledge it. He tried to claim it instead. Like that Clorox cleaner that arrived today, he knew that was going to happen. So suddenly these appear overnight. When I get up in the morning, those are there. Anyways, you know the details. If you're being attacked in this way, the details are so massive you cannot note them all. Like I mean. If you journal, maybe you see I put most of my journal entries, but like not in a video. When they're mad at me even being caught on camera, showing how they attack my face and everything. So, anyways, bugs. When he handed it to me, I had the worst feeling come over me, and I'm like, man, what up? I couldn't help but think to myself that it was unclean in some way, and I kept seeing bugs. Okay, so I took a few sips, but then I poured more than half of it into my empty ribbon can. And when he left, took off to work, I came in, I poured it down the drain, and left, you know, a little bit here, so it looked like I finished off in the middle. The next day, when he made me one, I told him, I said, no, you know, like, I said, I'll have one, like, maybe every other day, you know, and he said, okay, well, I'll put it in the refrigerator, and I'll save it for something later, and he did. Can you imagine drinking swallowing? I mean, just not that that would happen, but I'm just saying, can you imagine something like that happening to you? Some people can. For some people, that's normal and it's nothing. But, and not that I think that that would happen to him. I don't think that's an issue right now. Like I said, I think it's an issue that is prior. Okay? So, if things are kept in order, like what he's doing, even that. So he seems to package this pizza. I walked in, I got pizza yesterday. I'm busy, you know what I'm saying, making sure I fit a mode that he's claiming I am. He won't allow me to use his personal vehicle business and all that, just to make sure I can run a couple, you know what I'm saying, like, just, you know, the more and more trauma, more and more horrible shit, just like walking miles and miles and miles. But anyways, the shit he's saying, you know, like if you don't keep everything in order, they might start to show back up. And remember, the last holder that invited me to her home, you know, we ended up no admission, and she had roaches in her fridge. And I think that the feds are using this, you know, something that happened at some point or another, to suggest that I did stay with her and that I don't have these problems, a problem with these type of unclean people. Okay, which is far from the fact. Again, this Walmart order came today. This is the second time I purchased these same 2 packs of chicken. And of course, the way that I store them matters the most, okay? So when I store things, I make sure I store them in a way that nothing will get into it. That nothing will get into it. But furthermore, first time I see something moving in here, I'm going to lose it, okay? I'm absolutely going to lose it, and everybody knows that. I mean, I'm beyond it taking time, but I'm not going to use it for less. Soap time in the bathroom. I'm the reason he can sit on his sofa and couch now, because I removed things from it. I cleaned this off today. It had nothing but paperwork on it. I don't take up a before and after of everything. That's my shower bag and towel. Are these his people? No, they haven't put photos in there. Sir Puppy Itch, what are you doing? You want to come here? You're waiting on me to ask you in. You ready to go for a walk? So, months and months of soap scum on those glasses, and I cleaned it. Nasty stuff, you know, especially this part back here. That's where people let their nasty buildup go. That was there. I did that day one, but I went over it again when I got this cleaner. Cleaned the toilet, cleaned the sink, so there's no more scum on it either. I have that window cracked so that some of the bleach, because I mean, I know he has asthma, and I don't know what exact things he's sensitive to, but if bleach is one, I want to try to, you know, let as much of it out so that it's very settled and set in, versus, you know, too strong and overwhelming when he gets home. This is the room I occupied for 3 nights before I picked up my dog. Okay, and on the morning of day 4, I gave him $400, which was my first month's rent, after making an agreement with him to cut me a break, considering I had spent, you know, pretty much everything else that I had in hotels and needed to survive. I didn't tell him this much, but I needed the rest to be able to afford food for the month. Are you licking your paw? Imagine, y'all, February next month, it'll be a year I've been without my glasses. Okay? While the feds have been saying the whole time that I'm wearing contacts. I can afford to get glasses next month. But I probably won't, because I have other things in mind. I need to print out our contract, the one that I created for him and I today, because, if left up to him, he's going to handle it the same way that he had to let me that I looked over for him. He's just not going to get around to it. And not because he doesn't have time, but because he's busy fucking over people.